Woo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie P all day. So, with Halloween upon us, we take this very serious in this house. I decided to put something together, something I haven't seen yet. And basically, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do Captain America because, well, y'all know, that's my main thing, right? So, I wanted to do a Captain America, but I've got a black and white, fully black and white helmet with a black and white leather outfit, full leather. I mean, it had it handmade for me in Pakistan. I mean, full up and down leather, right? I got that. I got the one piece like unitard type Captain America thing. I've got a two piece neoprene Captain America type thing. Got all kinds of things. And what they all have in common is that they're all comic booky, but none of them are like military. Even when you look at Captain America, the first movie, he wore the brown jacket with the green pants, and then he had that Captain America shirt underneath and just a helmet with A on it, right? So even though he was military then, he still wasn't military. He still didn't dress the part. And there's certain things that go with a military uniform. Some of them are built a little bit different than others, but a lot of them are roughly the same. With nowadays, especially, we wear a lot of stuff with Velcro on it, right? But some stuff is sew-on stuff, and that's what I decided to do today, which sucked because I had to sew it on, and I am not a seamstress by any means. I got the holes in my fingers to prove it. But with some of the things that matter had to be on it. So Captain America, his real name was Steve Rogers, right? But everybody calls him Cap. So Cap is Cap. So for the name tape, and this is how a military uniform works. Normally you have a Velcro, and nowadays you have a Velcro rank right here. Because it's a sew-on, I didn't even put a rank right there. I have two headpiece options, and the rank is on one of them, and I'll show you. But on all of our uniforms, what we have for our battle uniforms, not our dress uniforms, but like our field stuff, is here you would have the flag rear facing because we're always going forward into battle, so the flag blows that way. That's why you see the stars on this side rather than this side. So that's the flag right there. On this side would be your unit patch. So with me, within the YD, I had a patch right here that was YD. And then on this arm, underneath the flag, if you've gone to combat, you get a combat patch. So if you see a guy walking around with one patch on this side and just a flag on this side, it's because they've never been sent to combat. That's what that means. That's literally all it means. And then above, or so right here would say U.S. Army. Right here would have the name. And then above that, you would have your combat action badge. There's a couple different kinds within the Army. You have one, it's a rifle, a long, like old musket style rifle with like a wreath around it. And that is an infantry combat badge. And then you have your combat badge, anyone who goes to combat, whose job basically was not infantry. So like I wasn't infantry, so my combat is a knife, which is cool. It's a bayonet, right? I think it's cooler looking. But that's how you differentiate that. So I thought, what if Captain America was real? And what if SHIELD, the unit SHIELD, right? Because that's who they worked for. Like I was with the MEB and I was with HHC. And so SHIELD is just another acronym. It's not SHIELD, it's SHIELD. It's just like MEB and blah, 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 the MEB, Movement Enhancement Brigade. And so all of that kind of stuff would work. So your SHIELD patch, that eagle, would be the unit patch. U.S. Army, because that's who he signed in with. That's who he served with. What unit did he serve with in the U.S. Army? Well, he was sent to SHIELD. So that's like his headquarters, his HHQ. And on the other side is the combat patch. Who did he fight with? The Avengers. So there's that A, right? So Captain America really has his military designation, U.S. Army. He has his unit patch, which is SHIELD, and he would have his combat patch, which is Avengers. And I thought, all right, so that's cool. But what would you wear as uniform? He is kind of Captain America still, so you got to have some kind of blue. But in today's world, where we have like a lot of multi-cams and stuff like that, I thought it had to be a really cool type of thing. So I went with it. Now there's some aspects of the uniform that would be like the shield. I could go with or without a shield. It doesn't matter, but I made one, so I'm going to go with it. But everything else, you got to have your gun belt. You got to have your sidearm, things like that. I got my baton. I got my knife. But what I want to show you is what I feel if the Avengers were real, because you're not going to have a bunch of guys running around in all different uniforms. The only time they wore the same uniform is when that last one, when they had to all travel through some weird thing and Tony made them all matching white uniforms. But you wouldn't be wearing spandex. You wouldn't be wearing leather. That's not military. You'd be wearing a military uniform. So even if it was a special unit full of all these special badasses, they'd have a special badass uniform. And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to portray if Captain America was real and he was U.S. Army serving with S.H.I.E.L.D. and fighting with the Avengers, that was his combat unit, then what would it look like? Hold on. All right, so this is what we have. Cap, U.S. Army. The unit is S.H.I.E.L.D. Avengers is the... it's actually straight. It's just folded. Avengers is the unit patch. I mean, the combat patch. And then you got the flag going backwards. So now what I did is I laid out a beret. I didn't finish forming it yet. But I got the beret going. And you can see that's looking pretty good. What I did is I just threw the captain stripes up there. But with the Army, this is a standard Army beret. This is a standard issue. And it already has the blue on there that kind of matches the rest of the uniform. I've got I'll show you up close on that so you get a good view of what it looks like. You got the bayonet with the wreath. It looks pretty dope, I gotta say. But it looks really, really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a head to toe. So now there's this one, and I'll show you a head to toe. Let's see, right there, so you guys can get an idea of what's going on here. So you've got the entire uniform. You've got bloused pants. You got the black boots. I've got the sidearm on a leg holster. I've got the gun belt ready to go here. I've got my baton, and I've got the knife, which I have is one I just reviewed, the Annihilate cross-border combat knife. Whew, this thing's awesome. So I have an entire setup of combat uniform, and this would be a realistic Captain America. Yes, you can add the shield even to this uniform, even though the shield would be more fantasy than realistic. But let me show you what else we have going here. If you don't want to do the beret, because let's say you got to go to combat. We don't wear berets in combat, right? The beret is for when you're home, and you'd be wearing a subdued patch, and there's a whole lot of different things. But let's take that off and hold on. So now you have the Kevlar, or the helmet, right? So for combat, this would be kind of more the combat gear. You can wear it down, you can wear it around the chin, any way you want, but this would be my combat setup. And I will show you this one. Now you get another good look at my butt. So, all together, with the helmet, this would be your real Captain America. Your real world, Captain America. Very, very cool, I think, and completely unique. So, this would be it, right? I think that this uniform right here, man, make another movie and let there be a real Captain America. But this one would be crazy, crazy cool, in my very humble Captain America opinion, of course. But you have the Kevlar. That's a hard one. So That's loud in there. It's not like the cheap ones. I got my homemade shield, right? And then everything that goes with it. I've got my complete combat uniform. That's the most realistic superhero uniform, right? So this would be it, man. Thought I'd introduce you to the real Captain America. Cap, Army, Shield, Avengers, USA. But I think that this thing came out pretty rad, actually. It's a very, very cool uniform. And I've never seen one done like this. So this one's going to be very unique to me. But Marvel, pay attention. We need superheroes who are just look like they belong. Right? All right. So, that's it for me. I am Captain A all day. Until next video.